with our first example. What is the product of h squared over 2k and k squared over 2h? The very first thing that you will consider is kung ano ba yung operation na gagamitin mo. In this given, a question I, product. Product is the answer in multiplication. Therefore, this falls under multiplication of RAE. So example, we have this one. So I can rewrite this as h squared over 2k times k squared over 2h. Ito muna yon. Naging times siya kasi ang question ay product. After i-rewrite, you proceed with the first step, which is to factor the numerator and the denominator completely. So factoring this out, we will have this one, wherein h squared becomes h times h. Kasi diba, h squared is h times h. So as with 2k becomes 2 times k squared is k times k, and 2h is 2 times h. After factoring the given completely, you have to cancel out the common factors that will be equal to 1. So in this given, ang una nating makakancel out ay yung h, kasi isang h sa taas, isang h sa baba. Isang k sa taas, isang k sa baba. Take note, when you're canceling out common factors that equal to 1, kailangan isa sa taas, isa sa baba. Hindi pwedeng parehas taas, hindi rin pwedeng parehas baba. So kung mapapansin nyo, yung 2, kahit na may kapartner siya na 2, hindi siya na-cancel out kasi parehas silang nasa baba. Unlike yung h, isang taas, isang baba. Yung k, isang taas, isang baba. I hope malinaw yan. Then we proceed. If I cancel those things out, anong matitira sa atin? Ayan, we will have the h over 2 times k over 2. And then when simplifying, you will multiply this one, the numerators and the denominators. So we have hk over 4 kasi 2 times 2 is 4. And that is our final answer. Next, our second example. When 2ab squared over 3a and 9c squared over 4ab are multiplied, what is the product? Again, we are asked for the product, which means it is multiplication. Aside from the keyword product, malinaw na sinabi, multiply. So let me rewrite the given. We have 2ab squared over 3c times 9c squared over 4ab. At tulad kanina, we'll start with our first step, which is to factor out. So factoring out, we will have 2 times a times b para sa b squared over 3 times c. Sa taas naman, yung 9 ay 3 times 3. Yung c squared ay c times c. And then yung 4 ay 2 times 2. Yung a and b ay a times b. Okay. And then after factoring out, the next step is to cancel out the common factors that will be equal to 1. So, ano-ano yung mga cancel natin? We have 1 pair of 2, 1 pair of 3, 1 pair of A, and 1 pair of B. Let me show you. 1 pair of 2, 1 pair of 3, 1 pair of A, and 1 pair of B. Yung isang B dito, wala nang partner, kaya naiwan siya. Yung C, wala na rin partner, kaya naiwan. So was with the 2. And after canceling those out, ang matitira ay yung B at yung 3C over 2. And what do? We will multiply these remaining factors and we will come up with 3BC over 2. Take note that when we are writing, nauuna muna yung number followed by the variables, and the variables must be arranged in alphabetical manner. Kaya nauna yung B bago yung C. Therefore, when those are multiplied, the product will be 3BC over 2. I hope 19. Let's proceed with example 3. What is the area of a square if each side is 2z over 6 cm long? Ito na naman tayo. We are dealing with an area, but this time square. On our previous videos, we are dealing with area of the rectangle. Pag area ng rectangle, we know that it is length times width. Pero pag area ng square, going back to elementary days, area is equal to the side squared. Parang length times width din siya. Pero dahil yung square ay parehas ang length at parehas ang width, kaya s squared na lang. Okay, and so let us substitute. Area is equal to s squared and our side given is 2z over 6. Kaya 2z over 6 squared. Squared, ibig sabihin it will appear twice. So we have the factors of 2z, we have 2 times z. And the factors of 6 is 2 times 3. And we have the same thing kasi squared siya. Now, katulad kanina, after factoring out, the next step is to cancel out the common factors equal to 1. So, ang makakancel natin, isang pares ng 2 at isa pang pares ng 2. Let me show you. 1 pair of 2, 1 pair of 2. So, ano ang natira after canceling out? We have z over 3 times z over 3. And doing so, we have z times z, we have z squared, and 3 times 3, we have 9. Therefore, the area of the square is z squared over 9 centimeters squared. Take note, we are dealing with an area and the unit is given, so your final answer should have centimeter squared. I hope that is clear. We proceed with example 4. What is the product of y minus 4 over y and y squared over y squared minus 16? Again, we are asked for the product, which means we are going to multiply. So, if we have that, eto na, I rewrote that in terms of multiplication. And next step is to factor out the numerator and the denominator. Sa numerator at denominator ng unang factor natin, wala naman ng ibibigay. Pero sa second, meron tayong maifa-factor out. So, let me show you. So, y minus 4 over y times y squared is rewritten as y times y. And y squared minus 16 is factored as y plus 4 and y minus 4. Bakit? Recall natin yung ating lesson previously, the difference of two squares. Both are perfect square and this is a minus. So, the square root of y squared is y. And the square root of 16 is 4. So, kapag ganyan, di ba ang rule natin, isang plus at isang minus. So, ito na yung factored form niya. After factoring, we proceed with the second step, which is to cancel out the common factors. So, canceling out, we will be canceling y and y minus 4. Let me do that. The y minus 4 and y minus 4, one pair, y and y, another pair. And ma'am, you might be asking, pwede po ba yung y na ito tsaka itong y na to? Hindi po. Bakit? Nabanggit ko to last time nung simplifying, di ba? Kapag may plus na kasama yung variable, ibig sabihin, iisa lang sila. Kapag kinancel mo siya, dapat kasama yung ibang katuwang niya. So, in this case, dahil may plus 4 siya, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-cancel together with y. And so, anong natira nung tayo ay nag-cancel out? Ayan, sa una wala nang natira kaya 1 na lang. Take note ha, when you cancel out everything, that is equal to 1. Nabanggit ko yan nung simplifying. And then sa kabila naman, we have y over y plus 4. And simplifying, we have y over y plus 4, which is our product. With example 5. How much should you pay for 2 over 3c squared plus 15c trays of egg if each tray of egg cost 3c cubed minus 75c pesos? Let us understand the problem. Magkano raw yung babayaran mo sa ganitong bilang ng tray ng egg kung ang isang tray ay nagkakahalaga ng ganitong halaga? So, i-rephrase natin. Magkano daw ang babayaran mo sa bilang ng tray? Let's say you have 3 trays of egg. Tapos, bawat isang tray ay nagkakahalaga ng 20 pesos. Diba? You're going to answer me with 60. Bakit? Kasi 3 times 20 pesos, ma'am. So, that is 60. Ganun din yung gagawin natin. 3 times 20 kanina. So, ibig sabihin, may multiply din natin yung bilang ng tray times kung magkano ang isang tray. So, doing so, let me rewrite. So, ito yung bilang ng tray, 2 over 3c squared plus 15c, times ito yung amount ng isang tray, 3c cubed minus 75c. So, let us factor it out. So, we have 2 over Eto na. Meron siyang common factor, which is 3. Kasi both can be divided by 3, yung 3 at saka yung 15. Also, c squared at saka c, parehas na may c, kaya na-i-move out natin yung 3c. At kapag minove out natin yung 3c, maiiwan, 3c squared divided by 3c is c. 15c divided by 3c is 5. Sa kabila naman, ganun din, pag pinactor out natin ito, common yung 3 at common yung c. Kasi both can be divided by 3 and both of them has c. So if I move out 3c, 3c cubed divided by 3c is c squared. Negative 75c divided by 3c is negative 25. Okay, pero kung mapapansin, hindi pa completely factored tong isa kasi may square pa, quadratic pa. So let us factor it out further. Ayan. So kinopya ko lang ito. And then ito, yung c squared minus 25 ay pwede pa nating i-factor out. Kasi this is a perfect square and this is also a perfect square. And it's a minus. So, ang square root ng c squared ay c. Ang square root ng 25 ay 5. Isang plus at isang minus. Now, it is factored completely. We will now cancel out the common factors. So, ano mga makakancel natin dyan? Itong 3c at yung c plus 5. Let me show you. Yung 3c at yung c plus 5. And doing so, anong matitira? We have 2 times c minus 5. Ma'am, bakit wala na po yung 1? Take note, diba? When we have a denominator of 1, it's okay not to write it anymore. Okay? So, our final answer could be 2 times c minus 5. Or pwede rin naman sa iba, sinisimplify pa nila by multiplying. So, 2 times c is 2c. And 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Well, for me, either of the two is considered correct naman. Okay? So, pwedeng ito yung maging final answer ninyo. Pwede rin naman na ito. And so, you should pay 2c minus 10 pesos. Alright? Our sixth example. When s squared over 10 is divided by s over 15, what is the quotient? Quotient is the answer in division, plus another keyword, divided by. So that is so clear that we are going to divide. So let me rewrite that. So we have s squared over 10 divided by s over 15. At katulad ng process natin sa multiplication, pinafactor din natin siya. Pero, bago mo siya i-factor, kailangan mo munang kunin ang reciprocal ng divisor. Alin po ang divisor? Yung pangalawa. So, let me rewrite that. That is s squared over 10, kinopya ko lang. Then, ginawa ko siyang times. Tapos, binaliktad yung s over 15. Naging 15 over s. That is the reciprocal. Tulad lang din yan ang ginagawa natin pag nagdi-divide tayo ng fraction. Okay, again, what did I do? I converted the division to multiplication and I got the reciprocal or binaliktad natin yung divisor. After which, we are going to factor out. So, s squared is s times s and 10 is 5 times 2. 15 is 5 times 3 and then I copied s. So, same procedure na tayo ng multiplication. So, let me cancel out the common terms. We have one pair of s and one pair of 5. Let me show you. We have one pair of s and one pair of 5. And from there, anong matitira? We have s over 2 times 3 over 1. Walang natira dito, kaya mayroong 1. And simplifying, we will have 3s over 2. And that is our final answer. I hope clear ang division. Katulad lang din siya ng multiplication, ha? Magkakaroon lang tayo ng times, tapos i-reciprocal natin yung divisor. Proceed with our seventh example. What is the quotient when 2 over x squared minus 16 is divided by 4 over x minus 4? So let me rewrite that. We have 2 over x squared minus 16 divided by 4 over x minus 4. At dahil division yan, we change to multiplication and we get the reciprocal of the divisor. So we will now have 2 over x squared minus 16 times yung x minus 4 muna mapupunta sa taas at yung 4 mapupunta sa baba. And proceed with the process. Let us factor it out. So 2 ay 2. Yung x squared minus 16, so the square root of x squared is x. The square root of 16 is 4. Isang negative, isang positive. Sa taas naman, we have x minus 4 at yung 4 ay 2 times 2. So next step is to cancel out the common factors. So ang makakancel natin ay x minus 4 at isang pares ng 2. Let me show you. Ayan, isang pares ng 2 at isang pares ng x minus 4. And so, anong natira? Ayan, ang matitira dahil walang natira sa taas, so 1 over x plus 4. Wala ulit natira sa taas, kaya 1 over 2. And simplifying, that will be 1 over 2 times x plus 4, or pwede mo rin naman siyang isimplify, so magiging 2x plus 8. At uulitin ko, either of the two is considered correct. Alright, let's proceed with our example. What is the quotient of v over v plus 3 divided by 3v over 3v plus 9? So division, i-convert na natin agad to multiplication. So we will have v over v plus 3 times, baliktad, so 3v plus 9 over 3v. After which, we will factor out. So, yung v and v plus 3, okay naman na yan. Itong 3v plus 9, parehas nilang pwedeng ma-divide sa 3. Kaya nilabas ko yung 3. 3v divided by 3 is v. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And 3v is 3 times v. After which, we proceed with cancellation. So, ang makakancel natin, isang pares ng v, isang pares ng v plus 3, at isang pares ng 3. Let me show you. Isang pares ng v, isang pares ng 3, at isang pares ng v plus 3. Ayan, ma'am, wala pong natira. Kapag walang natira, anong magiging sagot natin? Tama. Ang magiging sagot natin ay 1. Alright, therefore, the quotient is 1. I hope that is clear. Proceed with example 9. Listen carefully. Okay. How much does a kilo of banana cost if 3r minus 1 over 6 kilos costs 6r minus 2 over 6r pesos? Let us understand the problem. Mag-substitute muna tayo ng ibang given. Magkano daw ang isang kilo ng banana kung ang bilang ng kilo na ito ay nagkakalaga nito? Halimbawa, magkano ang isang kilo ng saging kung ang 3 kilo ay nagkakahalaga ng 75 pesos. Tama, 25 pesos. Paano nakuha ang 25 pesos? Dinivide natin yung 75 pesos by 3 kilos. Dinivide natin yung magkano yung binayaran by ilang kilo. Ganon din yung process na gagawin natin. So, remember that to get the cost of a kilo of banana, you divide the cost by the kilo. So, doing so, we have 6r minus 2 over 6r. Ito yung cost. Divided by the bilang ng kilo, which is 3r minus 1 over 6. And so, this is division. So, let us convert that to multiplication. Copy this one, and then you get the reciprocal. So, it becomes 6 over 3r minus 1. And so, the next step, of course, is to factor out. So, factoring out, pwede kong ma-divide parehas by 2. So, I moved out 2. And we have 6r divided by 2 is 3r. And negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. And 6r is 6 times r. Pwede rin namang 2 times 3 times r. Then sa kabila, I just copied 6 and 3r minus 1. Bakit po hindi mo na finactor yung 6? Kasi nakakita ako na may kapares naman siya. So, makakancel din naman. So, the next step is to cancel out. Ito na ngayon. Na-cancel yung 6. Na-cancel yung 3r minus 1. And doing so, ano na lang ang matitira? Yes, ang matitira na lang ay 2 over r. Therefore, a kilo of banana costs 2 over r pesos. Proceed with our last example. How much does a mango cost if this mangoes cost this pesos? Ibahin ulit natin yung given. Magkano ang isang mangga kung ang 3 mangga ay nagkakahalaga ng 75 pesos? Tama, 25 pesos. Kasi, di ba, yung bilang ng, yung amount ng binayaran mo divided by yung bilang ng mangga. So, ganun pa rin yung gagawin natin. To get the cost of a mango, you divide the total cost by the number of mangoes. So, let us rewrite that. So, ito yung cost divided by yung bilang ng mangoes. So, of course, we will change this one to multiplication. So, I just copied this one and then yung y squared minus 2y minus 3 napunta sa baba. Yung y squared plus 4y plus 3 napunta sa taas. So, next is to factor out. Ito na. Ay, ang daming y. Kasi po, ito ay trinomial, quadratic trinomial. So, factors of y squared is y times y. Factors of 12 na magiging 7, pag pinag-add ay 4 and 3. Positive kaya same sign. Negative sila, so parehas na negative. Then, y plus 3, kinopya lang. Next, factors ng y squared ay y and y. Factors ng 3 na magiging 4 ay 3 and 1. So, positive, same sign, positive, so parehas na positive. Then, factors ng y squared ay y and y. Factors ng 3 na magiging 2 ay 3 and 1. This is negative, kaya magkaiba ng sign. This is negative, kaya ilagay yung negative sa bigger number. Kaya nakalagay siya kay 3. Sa kabila ay magiging positive. After factoring out, let us cancel things out. So, pwede ko makancel yung y minus 3, yung y plus 3, at yung y plus 1. So, doing so, we will have this one. So, ang natira na lang ay y minus 4. Therefore, we can say that a mango costs y minus 4 pesos. Naintindihan po ba? I hope naintindihan. Much and have a nice day. Bye-bye!